Chapter 13, Limitless Multitudes and Lifespans. The Buddha told Ananda, Buddha Amitabha's lifespan is incalculably long. There are countless multitudes of sound hearers, and their spiritual wisdom is penetrating and thorough. They have mastered the awesome power, and in their palms they can hold all the worlds. Among my followers, the spiritual power of Mahamoggalyayana is foremost. In one day and one night, he will know all the numbers of the living beings, stars, and planets in the 3,000 great thousand world systems. Provided all living beings in the 10 directions become Pratyeka Buddhas, each of their lifespans is 1 billion years long, and each of them has the same spiritual power as Mahamoggalyayana. All of them together in their entire lives, and with all their wisdom, calculating the number of the sound hearers in the Buddha's assemblies, cannot even learn 1/billionth of the total number. If one takes a piece of hair and cuts it into 100 parts, and makes it as tiny as dust motes, and dips one of the shredded hairs into a deep, vast and boundless ocean, which one will have more water, the shredded hair or the ocean? Ananda, the numbers that Mahamoggalyayana and others can calculate is like the water on the shredded hair. What they cannot calculate is like the water in the ocean. The Buddha's lifespan and those of bodhisattvas, sound hearers, gods and humans in that land are the same. They are incalculable. Chapter 14. Treasure trees are throughout the country. In that Buddha land there are numerous treasure trees. Some are in pure gold, silver, lapis lazuli, crystal, amber, beautiful jade, or in carnelian. Each is composed of a single gem and not mixed with others. A different mixture of 2, 3, or even 7 gems may form some other trees. The roots, stems, branches and trunk may be formed by one gem, and the flowers, leaves and fruit may be of other kinds. In other treasure trees, the root is gold, the trunk is silver, stems are of lapis lazuli, branches are of crystal, leaves are of amber, flowers are of beautiful jade, and fruits are of carnelian. Still, other trees are formed by 7 gems, but in different arrangements of composition. Each tree is in different rows, and they are lined up orderly. Stems facing each other, branches and leaves matching each other, and flowers and fruits also aligned appropriately. Their colours are luxuriant, and their lights radiant. They fully occupy one's eyes. When the clean wind rises at the needed time, it sends forth the 5 notes and makes melodious music, which is harmoniously matching with each other. Such treasure trees can be found throughout that country. Chapter 15. The Bodhi Munda. In the Bodhi Munda there are Bodhi trees which are 4 million miles high. The circumference of the root of the tree is 5,000 yojanas. The branches and leaves spread in all directions, covering a radius of 200,000 miles. All the treasures are formed naturally. The flowers and fruits are abundant and beautiful, and the brightness illuminates everywhere. Moreover, there are numerous jewels of red, green, blue and white. The necklaces are made of mani pearls, the king of jewels. All kinds of jewels are woven together to decorate the precious pillars. Gold and pearl bells are hung around them. Precious and wonderful nets of gems cover the branches. Hundreds and thousands of millions of colours are reflecting and decorating each other. Limitless radiance shines endlessly throughout. All adornments correspond to appear with the occasions. Soft winds blow gently at the branches and leaves, proclaiming countless wonderful Dharma sounds pervading that entire Buddha land. The sound is pure, flowing freely, and can bring about one's compassionate and enlightened mind. It is wonderful, harmonious and elegant. Of all the sounds of the worlds, in 10 directions, it is the most supreme. If any living being sees these Bodhi trees, hears their sound, smells their fragrance, tastes their fruit, has their light shine upon his body, and is mindful of the merits and virtues of these trees, that person will have all his 6 sense organs thoroughly cleansed. He will never have any worry or affliction, and he will dwell in non-regression until the attainment of Buddhahood. Furthermore, because of seeing these trees, that person will obtain 3 kinds of patience. The first is the patience of sound and echo. The second is the patience of meekness to accord with the truth. The third is the patience of the Dharma of non-production. The Buddha told Ananda, the flowers, fruits and trees in that Buddha land are exhibiting the Buddha's work to the living beings. All this contributes to Buddha Amitabha's causes of awesome power, the power of his original vow, the vow of satisfaction, and the vows of realization, fortification and ultimateness. Chapter 16. The Lecture Halls and Towers. Moreover, Buddha Amitabha's temples, lecture halls, towers and railings are all formed by the 7 gems. There are also white mani pearls interwoven with each other. Their brightness and wonderfulness are incomparable. The palaces the bodhisattvas reside in are decorated likewise. Among the bodhisattvas, some are teaching the sutras on the ground, some are reciting the sutras, some are receiving the teachings, and some are listening to the teaching of the sutra on the ground. Others are circumambulating, contemplating the way, or sitting in meditation on the ground. There are still some others teaching, reciting, receiving, or listening to the sutras, circumambulating, contemplating the way, and sitting in meditation up in the air. Some will attain the stage of stream enterer, some once returner, some non-returner, and some arhat. Those who have not certified non-regressive bodhisattvas will have their attainment fulfilled. Each will be mindful of, speak of, and practice the way, and all of them will be joyous. Chapter 17, The Merits and Virtues of the Ponds. Furthermore, on both sides of the lecture halls, the water in the ponds is flowing into the other. The length, width, and depth of the ponds are all unique. Some may be in the size of 10 yojanas, 20 yojanas, or even up to 100 or 1,000 yojanas. The water in them is transparent, clean, and fragrant, and each pond contains water of 8-fold merits and virtues. On the shore there are numerous kandana and pushyakov trees. Their flowers and fruits are constantly fragrant, and their radiance permeates everywhere. Their branches are long, and the leaves luxuriant as they crisscross over the ponds. The scent they send forth cannot be compared to anything in this world. The aroma spreads along with the wind, and the fragrant water drifts along with the flow of the stream. Moreover, the ponds are decorated with the 7 gems, and their bottoms are covered with golden sand. Different colours of Utpala flowers, Padma flowers, Kamuda flowers, and Pundarika flowers are shining and flourishing over the surface of the water. If a living being bathes in this water and wants the water to reach his feet, his knees, his waist, his neck, or to shower over him, or he wants the water to be cold, warm, flow swiftly or slowly, it will accommodate all his wishes. The water can make the bather fill with Dharma joy. In addition, it is so clean it looks like there is nothing in it. The treasure sand shines and reflects through whatever the depth of the water. Tiny waves gently sweep back and forth and flow in unison. The waves send forth boundless, subtle, and wonderful sounds. One may hear the sound of the triple jewel, the paramita, the stillness of the cessation, non-production and non-extinction, the 10-fold fearless powers, no nature and no activity, and no ego. Or the sound of the great kindness, compassion, joy, and giving. Or the sound of the veneration by sprinkling sweet dew on one's crown. When one hears such sounds, his mind will be purified, and he will have no more discrimination. He will be upright and unbiased, and his good roots will be matured. According to what he hears, his mind will correspond with the Dharma. Those who wish to hear will be the only ones to hear it, and those who do not wish to hear will not. They will never regress from the mind of perfect complete enlightenment. The living beings from the worlds of the 10 directions will all be transformed in the jewelled ponds of 7 gems in a natural birth. They will all have a clean and empty body, and a deathless and birthless form. They will not hear the names of the 3 miserable destinies, evil afflictions, and various sufferings. There is not even the idea of such, much the less their existence. There is only the sound of natural joy. That is why that land is called ultimate bliss. Chapter 18, A Transcendental and Unique World. In that land of ultimate bliss, all the living beings have a wonderful countenance and appearance, which are transcendental and unique. They are all identical with no differences. The names of gods and humans are given only to accord with worldly customs. The Buddha told Ananda, "As in this world, when a beggar stands beside an emperor, can their countenances and appearances be comparable?